So let's talk about what gets a lot of people mad out here. A lot of people get mad at these weekend dispatches, the ones that cover our fleets when our fleet manager ain't there. You know, this week right here, my last paycheck, I made $550. Let's go back. Let's go back a little bit on that. So I'm in bed asleep about midnight. My wife comes in there, boom, hits the lights. She's all like, "What's going on? Your check was $550." I said, "What? $550? That's not possible." I trifected two students. That's 875 right there, just one of them. Then I had two students on my truck. That's another 300 apiece. Then on top of that, I had two guys that got a year. I got a year bonus. That's another 300. 6 month bonus. That's another 300. How did I make $550 for that 1 week? Well, my fleet manager, he's out of town. So what happened was the weekend guy was there. Now I get paid off of bonuses. So whenever I get a bonus like that, the fleet manager has to approve it. So it didn't get approved because my fleet manager wasn't there and we had a guy covering the shift. So my money didn't get approved. So I get up, right? She stays up later than me. I went to bed about 11 o'clock. She comes in there, wakes me up at midnight. I was dead in my sleep. Then I'm like, oh man, I didn't get paid. Let me look at this check. I'm tired. I look at that check. I'm like, really? So I'm like, I don't know what happened. Let me go over here to the desk over here in the training department and see why I didn't get paid. I go over there. He gets on his computer. He goes, well, I see where we sent the bonuses out and they should have been approved, but they were never approved. So the weekend dispatch, they see that stuff. They should be able to approve it, I thought. So I was a little bit heated. Plus, whenever I get woke up at midnight, I can't fall back to sleep. I just can't do it. So I woke up at midnight. Probably fell. Last time I seen the clock, it said 1:30. I get up at 4 a.m. to get to the training pad. So I get up at 4 a.m. Go to the training pad. I go out there to the training pad. No, hardly any sleep. So I'm frustrated, mad. So that weekend guy, or actually the guy covering my fleet, because my fleet manager was on vacation, he did not approve it. So here I am with my $500 check. My wife woke me up over, no sleep. And I'm like, can we do better, weekend dispatch? Can we do better than this? So most of the complaints that people make is because of weekend dispatch. They just dispatch them a load that's not good, or they don't care if they have a load on them, or they just do the bare minimum to cover the fleet. To me, this is not acceptable. They need to be held accountable for all the mistakes they make. Like whenever our regular fleet managers come in, they have to fix everything that the guy covering messed up. Like, irritates me. Monday morning, this morning, I work hard for my money. So whenever I didn't get my money, of course I'm going to hit up my fleet manager. I'm going to be like, I was like, hey, what's going on? I work hard for my money. I didn't get paid. He told me, he was all like, well, he goes, I didn't have internet where I was at. There was a computer issue. I was trying to get on. I said, whoa, you're on vacation. You shouldn't have to get up for this. Like, you shouldn't be over there spending your vacation worrying about your fleet. But evidently, the guy covering the fleet does not have authorization to approve that stuff. So what they would have had to do is get with a reefer supervisor or somebody that had the ability, like somebody that had the ability to approve that, like supervisor or something like that. The guy could have still went to a supervisor and said, hey, I got these pending bonuses right here. Can you approve them? I'm talking over $2,000. That's what I'm talking about. A little bit over $2,000 worth of my pay I didn't receive. So it was really irritating. These weekend dispatchers and these weekend dispatchers and these dispatchers that cover the shift, they really don't care about the fleet enough. So Prime needs to find a way to hold these guys accountable. I've had at least 2 students that quit because of the weekend dispatch. Now, like, I don't really say that that's a good idea to quit because of the weekend dispatch makes you mad, but they made me mad before too. Like, we're doing our work out here. I had a problem getting reefer fuel, so what I found out to do whenever weekend dispatch there's or night dispatch is there is I really found out to call the fuel desk when I need reefer fuel, because I'm a company guy. I have to get authorization to get the car turned on to fill up that reefer tank. So now I don't even message them. I don't mess with them. I call the fuel desk. Hey, I'm at this truck stop. I need reefer fuel. They turn my card on and I get reefer fuel. It's a lot quicker than messing with this night dispatch or weekend dispatch. You know, they really don't want to help you anyways. They're like, I'm covering this fleet. It's not my fleet. I don't care about it. It's kind of a bad attitude to have. It kind of irritates me. Because, you know, we work hard out there. We're doing our thing. We're working hard. And to get reefer fuel, is that hard? To get a load, is that hard? You know, they just irritate me. Like, it's irritating me. I told my fleet manager, I said, hey, from now on, if you're on vacation, I'm on vacation. I don't mess with those guys covering this fleet. Why work if you're not going to get paid for it? Like, it doesn't make no sense. So, you know, evidently, like, I'm not broke. I have savings. It's not that big of a deal, but what's right is right. If I work, I need to get my pay for working. So that's what's right. Not having to wait a whole nother week to get my check. Luckily, I put money back in savings. But the thing is, and it should not be this hard to get reefer fuel. It should not be that hard to get a load. And on top of that, you know, look at the loads that you're giving these drivers and give them something good. I used to tell my fleet manager whenever I was OTR, I'm still OTR, but whenever I was over the road more, I used to tell my fleet manager, give me a load that gets me through the weekend. I don't want to deliver during the weekend. I don't want to pick up during the weekend. You give me something that'll get me through the weekend. And if you can't do that, you please pre-plan me on something. Like, I'm not calling the shots, but I used to tell them. I had this guy, Mark Goddard. He went lease now. Good fleet manager. I'd tell him all the time, hey, pre-plan me through the weekend. I'm paranoid. I said, I'm paranoid that I'm going to get a bad load. Please, help me out. So he would always give me a pre-plan to get me through the weekend if I delivered on the weekend. Because I just pulled I'm paranoid. Which, you know, anybody that's used to be a correctional officer is always paranoid. So it's just in us, because we had to always look over our shoulder, because those supervisors, they were out to get you. You know, people were writing grievances on you. You always had to look over your shoulder. You were always paranoid that they were trying to fire you. So there's some kind of truth into that. But the thing is, man, Prime needs to do something to make these fleet managers that are covering and night dispatch and all that have more compassion for us and make sure we're taken care of. There's no reason that my bonuses should not have been approved. I worked for it. I earned it. But I learned from what happens. So now I have a system that if my fleet manager is not in, I know who to give a call to. I found out who can approve it. That's going to be a reefer supervisor or a training department supervisors or something like that. So I'm going to go make sure I get my money. So just remember, guys, like, These weekend guys, these night dispatchers, they're going to be a headache. Some of the things that are going to just make you angry out here, these weekend fleet managers and stuff like that. But remember that they do not really have nothing to do with your fleet. Your fleet managers runs your fleet, and you gotta take them as what it is. They don't care about you, and it's sad. They should care about you. You're out here away from your family, you're working, they should care about you. They should make sure you get the pay that you should get paid. That's my rant for the day. Like, make sure, I work hard, pay me. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I got better content out there. I just had to get this off my chest, because it really irks me. And I feel like it's very disrespectful that I work and I don't get paid for my work. But definitely hit the subscribe button. I have better videos out there, especially if you're new to Prime. Then go ahead and go through my pre-trip. Watch my pre-trip videos. Watch my other videos. Check out my channel. Thank you for your time. Keep watching.